Hello students, welcome back to you. Today we are going to read the chapter The Magic of Teamwork. In the previous class we have discussed unit 1 of the chapter. So today we are going to discuss the unit 2. But before we start unit 2, let us discuss some points from unit 1. Okay, in the unit 1 what have we discussed? It was all about that what is the reason and why is India's progress being affected. What is the cause behind it? It is clearly mentioned in unit 1. So here the conclusion was there was no lack of policies. There are rules, there are principles, but there is the lack of cooperation. There is the lack of teamwork present in India. And at the same time, an example was being given that when the Japanese came to India in order to take part in Maruti Suzuki manufacturing, at that time what happened? People started speaking that 10 Japanese were equal to 1 Indian. Okay, but when the truth revealed, it came to light that 10 Indians were equal to 1 Japanese. Understood? And apart from this, there is also the crab mentality. And what does it mean? Crab mentality means leg pulling mentality. We have the crab mentality, and by which we don't let people to progress. If they are progressing, we are dragging them down. And apart from this, it is also mentioned that in our society, in the hierarchy system, we are thinking that a person who is the senior one, he knows everything. And we are thinking the youngsters, they know nothing. Because the senior is supposed to know everything. But it was correct when knowledge was passing orally. But right now, in the science and technology age, this is practically impossible. So, this was the theme of unit 1. So, now let us discuss unit 2. In my younger days in the US, I attended an executive seminar for Rockwell International where about 25 senior company executives had congregated. Congregated means what? Together. Congregated. So, when Sam Pitula is a young man, at that time he attended an executive seminar at Rockwell International, and at that time what was the situation? 25 senior company executives they have arranged, they have been gathered there in order to discuss something for a strategic discussion. Strategic discussion means what? They are there to discuss on a particular thing. In the evenings, we would break out. Break out means divided. In the evening, they were divided into 5 different groups. So, there were 25 senior executives. So, they were dividing themselves in 5 groups. And each group was containing 5 members. Different groups of 5 people each. In those group workshops, someone would delegate. Delegate means hand over. And in that group, what were they doing? One was handing over the work to others, saying you make coffee, and what was he speaking? You have to make coffee, you have to take notes, and then one will be the chairman, and one has to clean the board. Means that for the complete day, the work is divided like this. The next day, there would be different duties for each group member. It doesn't mean that one was making coffee every day. No, the duty was changing each and every day. And I thought to myself, no one ever said, but I made coffee twice or I cleaned the board entirely. But no one was speaking, no one was complaining. They were making coffee for the complete day. They were cleaning the board for the complete day. But no one was complaining anything about it. I thought to myself, if this were happening in India, people would be saying, but I am the senior secretary, why should I make the coffee and you be the chairman? Hierarchy comes to us naturally to our minds. And here what is mentioned? At the time, no one was complaining anything. But if it was happening in India, then people must have spoken that why should I make coffee? I am the chairman. I will not make the coffee. And why you will be the chairman? You are inferior to me. You are my subordinate. So you should not be the chairman. This one may happen in India. But it is not so in other countries. Group work requires a thorough understanding. Thorough means what? Complete. Understanding of the strength and weakness of individual irrespective of their hierarchy. Means irrespective of their hierarchy, group will require a complete understanding of the person. Because of our background, we often don't learn how to exercise and accept leadership. Because of the background, means from the background we belong to. For this reason, we are unable to understand how to do the leadership and how to follow the leaders. Means two work we can't do simultaneously. And to lead and to follow simultaneously. Some gravitate. Gravitate means to move forward. And some are moving forward towards leadership and others are moving forward to be the followers. And what is mentioned that some gravitate towards exercising leadership and others gravitate towards accepting the lead of others. Some are happy to be the leader and some others are running to follow others. But in true teamwork, everyone needs to do the both. But in the real team, you have to do the both work. You have to follow people as well as you have to lead people. Otherwise, teamwork will be a failure one. Being a good team player implies respect for others. So here it is mentioned what are the qualities of a good team player and what are they? Respect for others, tolerance of different points of view, willingness to give, and to be a good team player, it is quite essential that you have to respect people and you have to tolerate different points of view and you must have the willingness to give. The ability to resolve means sort out. And you must have the ability to solve conflict without either egotism or sycophancy. Sycophancy means flattering. Means without flattering people, we should be able to fulfill or we have to sort out all the conflict that is going on in the team. It's a very important aspect of being a team player. You have to agree to disagree. Agree to disagree. Agree to disagree. What does it mean? It means sometimes when people are not agree to do a particular work, they are not agree, they are disagree. Still, you have to agree with the disagree. Means, if they are speaking no, you have to accept the no positively, but you have to do the work. Understood the point? Means, if you are if you are fixed in that point only, if first I will make the person agree, then only I will do the work. No, this is not possible. Because in a good team player, people will disagree. But you have to move forward, avoiding all these things. Because the people who are disagree, they will join with you in the later times. And you have to agree to disagree. I find that people in India somehow tend to focus on achieving total agreement. But in India, what is the situation? Situation is, people are trying to achieve complete agreement. Then only they are trying to move forward. I find that people in India somehow tend to focus on achieving total agreement, which is almost always impossible. Yes, it is impossible. Suppose there is a room in your classroom, like the example. Suppose it is an instruction that there will be a wash basin in one corner. Out of 60 students or out of 50 students, 20 will say yes and rest of the students will speak no. Because all will not be agreed to a single idea. So what we have to do, we have to execute the work. But the people who are not agreed, they will join with us in the later life when they will understand the value and when they will understand the importance of the work. So, before work begins, people want everyone to agree on everything. Yes, people want that everyone should agree on a particular thing, on everything they should be agreed. It is not possible. Instead, they should say, okay, this is what we agree on. Instead of speaking like this, they should speak, okay. So, let's start working on this. What we don't agree on, we will resolve as we go along. So, we have to start the work. And the areas to which we don't agree, we can resolve it while moving forward. And for things to move forward, it's important to work on the agreed upon aspect and not get bogged down. Bogged down means what? Stop. Stop. or fixed. Means in order to achieve the complete success, what we have to do, it is important to work on the agreed upon aspect. If people are agreed, some are agreed, then we have to do the work. We should not fix on the disagreement. We should not fix on no. If people are speaking yes, then we have to proceed forward. 8. Another snake that kills teamwork is people's political agenda. Political agenda, what does it mean? Hidden agenda. Okay? So it is mentioned that people are also having some hidden agenda. It means they are speaking something, but they are meaning the exact opposite one. And it is mentioned you have at another snake that kills. Teamwork is people's political agenda, and people's political agenda is also there. This one is also killing the teamwork. You have got to be open, clear and honest to be a good team player. But if you want to be a good team player, what you have to do, you have to be open, you have to be honest in your work and in your words. Most people have a hidden agenda. They say something but mean the exact opposite. So, this is political agenda, means they are playing politics. Understood? So, they are having the hidden agenda. They are speaking something, they are just doing the opposite thing. I call it split level consciousness, and this is called as split level consciousness. To say and mean the same thing is a very critical part of a good team player. Split level consciousness means what? Dual personality. It means to say something and to speak the and to do the exact opposite one. So, people are also having this dual personality. That's why it also kills the teamwork. But to say and mean the same thing is a very critical part of a good work ethic. But to say and to mean the same thing means whatever you are saying and you are doing is the same thing. This is the main point of good work ethic. This is highly essential. Understood it? So in Unit 2, what is written? It is all about that if in a group we are dividing the work, hierarchy comes first. We are feeling that if I am the superior one, why should I do the inferior one? And apart from this, there must be the thorough understanding, and we have to agree to disagree. Means we have to speak yes even when people are speaking no, and we have to proceed the work in the flow of time. People will join with us, and there is also the political agenda. It means to some extent it is referring to hidden agenda. Means people are speaking something and they are just doing the opposite one, and some others are also doing the flattery to be close or to be appreciated by the higher authorities. Okay, understood? But to say and to do the same thing is the very essential thing of a good work ethic. Okay, have a nice day.